That's Vlogger 453.
So this morning I thought I would answer the question of whether or not Versailles is worth it, because I think a lot of people are wondering, is it worth it? If you've done any research, you know going out to Versailles is at least a half-day thing, if not an all-day thing. And so you really probably want to know, especially if you only have a little bit of time, whether or not going out to see it is worth it. I think Versailles as a whole is totally worth it. And actually I'll link to the video that I already made if you want to see what the visiting Versailles really looks like. I've got a couple videos out here. But as far as whether or not it's worth coming out here, it depends on how you want to do it and what you're into. Palace itself is pretty amazing. It's about as big and palacey as they come. There's not really anything that can compete with it. But it can be pretty overwhelming, and it's quite the visit overall. A little bit overkill sometimes. The train ride out here is about 30 minutes from the center of Paris. Easy to get out here. Now, if you're gonna come out, really the best way to do this is by bike. That might sound self-serving, but it's on 2,000 acres, so it's a lot of space. If you're gonna do it by foot, don't come out first thing in the morning, because everybody comes out first thing in the morning and it is insane. The crowds and the lines tend to be way, way longer right away in the morning. It only takes you like 45 minutes to get through the chateau, so go do something else first and then go to the chateau. The market is definitely one of the best parts of Versailles. It's an amazing market. Unfortunately, the outdoor portion is only open on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. The rest of the time, it's just the indoor markets, which are still good. Still very tasty. The food out here is very, very good. But if you come on one of those days, you get a lot more bang for your buck. And I highly recommend coming to the market before going into the castle. Get a snack, enjoy yourself, wander around, buy some stuff, just see what's going on, and then go into the castle. The market here, definitely worth it. Personally, I've been to I think you have to go to the Chateau of Versailles once in your life. I think you definitely need to see it. Lots of great history, great paintings, some pretty amazing things to see. But it is a little bit, I'm not super interested in it anymore myself. However, if you come out and spend a day in the grounds, that is worth it. Especially if you've been in Paris for a while, been traveling for a while, maybe you need a little bit of greenery or goats. If you need some goats, then this is the place to come to. It's really nice to spend the day just biking around, seeing the sights, and today the weather is perfect. Absolutely perfect. It's a wonderful day. So I think that Versailles is very much worth it as a chateau once in your life. It's kind of like the Eiffel Tower. You got to do it. You got to see it. It's worth it. But after that, it's kind of nice to see from a distance. And you can come out here, enjoy the grounds for free. You can just come out here. It's a free park. So what I'm doing right now, where I'm riding right now, free to get into. It's just that the actual like Marie Antoinette's house, the chateau, the Grand Trianon, those things, you do have to pay to get into those. They're worth it. Definitely worth seeing as well. But if you're going to do Versailles, you're going to do the whole thing, then you want to do it by bike probably, because then you can get around very quickly. There's a lot of space between things, and if you really want to see it, you got to do this. So my suggestion would be, if you want to make it worthwhile, come out in the morning, go to the market, get a crepe, buy some snacks, come out here, have a picnic on the grounds, see the things there are to see, and just kind of enjoy yourself in a casual way instead of lining up immediately at the castle and going in. I would say go into the castle in the afternoon because the lines are bound to be shorter, and then you've already kind of gotten a feel for the grandiosity of the place. Whereas if you go into the castle first, I think it kind of overwhelms you and often robs you of the energy to do anything else. So yeah, I'll see if I think of anything else, but overall, is Versailles worth it? Absolutely. It's all in how you do it and when you do it. Another thing that a lot of people actually aren't aware of when it comes to expectations when coming to Versailles is that the fountains are not always on. During peak season, they're on 3 days out of the week and only for a total of 4 hours each day. And right now they're only on during the weekends. So we're out of peak season, they're only on during the weekends. So if you come during the week like today, no fountains. And that's because it's a really old system that they don't want to break and have to completely replace. And then also because it's a huge waste of water. It's a lot of water that just gets pumped through. So they try to minimize the water usage as well as the wear and tear on the system. saw Barry Manilow, and then they're freaking out because there's one walking by. Anyways, I don't really know anything about Barry Manilow, but Barry, if you see this, it was nice to see you in Versailles. The Temple of Love, if you can make it out here, totally worth it. One of my favorite statues in France, probably top 3 easily, especially with like the colonnade around us, like the what do you call this? Gazebo, I guess you could call this. It's amazing and totally worth it. Walk Versailles if you want to, but you're not going to see nearly as much because there's a lot of territory. I don't know if you've noticed, miles and miles of walking to do, so much better to be on a bike if you can. And then just come have a picnic, enjoy the space, enjoy the trees, enjoy being out of the city for a little bit, and it's definitely worth it. This week definitely got away from me on the sleeping thing. Like I got 1 or 2 days of like decent sleep, and then last night was back to no sleep. And I burned myself making popcorn on the hot plate. Thank you both Carla and Rob for that combination. I made some delicious popcorn last night and burned myself in the process just because I was a little careless. So that made editing a little bit less fun. Anyways, hoping to get back on the sleep train here soon. But tonight I need to verify the translation that I did for the voice acting tomorrow. And I need to get top of this video that I'm making as well. All should be well. And by publishing consultant, I mean Richard. I'm working with Richard, just in case, you know, Gustav and Richard. That's who I'm making it for. So anywho, we'll ride out of here and I'll send these guys off to the castle and then go home and get back to work. This does not look sketchy at all. This is not normal. And Steve. Look at you, he looks so terrified. Hi. Hello. Now it makes sense. She's like, who's Steve? Thank you, Steve, I appreciate it. Thank you for bringing it.
No problem.
Mail call, whoa, hey. The last thing I got with an Amazon gift card, Rokio, thank you very much, is, I think this is what this is. An LED light strip. I'm gonna put lights on the window here so that as it gets darker, as winter approaches, we'll be able to illuminate my face a little bit better, hopefully, without, you know, real lights. We'll see how it works. I have no idea if it's gonna work or not. Anyways, I'm gonna unpack here, go for a run, and then get to my translations. I also forgot that I need to do my laundry. I'm wiped. So we might be just moving on to tomorrow. I was gonna go for a run, but I'm gonna pass out. Kind of picked over. Ta-da! Hope that works. I can't, gonna have to make some modifications to this at some point, but for now, I mean, I can't tell, I can't see what you can see right now. Hopefully it works. Anyways, good day out of Versailles. I was super, super wiped by the end of the day, so that is a no run for me today, hopefully. Maybe tomorrow? Tomorrow's also gonna be a full day. Tomorrow I'm gonna go do some voice acting at CNRS, and then I'm also going to the YouTube space with Cheryl. This should be pretty exciting. So I haven't gotten official confirmation on that yet. So I'm just gonna show up and we'll see what happens. But Friday adventures tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. But I hope that today was helpful. And if you were uncertain about whether or not Versailles was worth it. Hopefully that helped to some degree as well. I will see you again tomorrow. Please do like this video, subscribe, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know, maybe give it a try. It'll be great. Check this out. Not too shabby. I didn't know what to do with the end bit here, but we'll get that figured out eventually.